And what we need is a public service management. We've got to change the way in which we manage the state, locally, county, and at national level. And I'm not saying that just in terms of Ireland, I'm saying that in a much broader sense as well. And what that means is looking at democratic governance, it means public planning and investment, it means quality management practice in terms of the way in which services are delivered and innovation and enterprises is actually dealt with. It means new improvement strategies. It means, in a sense, not the traditional transformation strategies. We have to find ways, we have to, in terms of the framework I talked about before, we have to develop a process by which good ideas and which the processes, the history of processes about how innovation and enterprise and innovation is actually tackled, and where it's failed, where it succeeds, how that is actually transmitted across the public sector. There are no quick fixes. You know, this is a difficult political concept, and it requires a strategic approach. It's also challenging the status quo as well. Thank you.
You spoke there about the case studies carried out in the UK, and they all required major in-house transformational change. In my opinion, that would be key to improving organisational development. But looking at Ireland, it's shrouded in red tape and major imposed austerity in the public sector. So how do you actually get buy-in to those employees to actually change their way of thinking and thinking innovatively, and also maybe implying action learning as discussed by Professor Ram? So how do you change their thinking? Are you looking at buy-in from leaders within their sectors, or looking at buy-in from the government?
Right. I think what needs to happen in Ireland is that we need, you know, 2 or 3 projects to, in a sense, two or three different places where, you know, these things are attempted and started in a structured way, so that there is, you know, some clear, outcomes from it and outputs as well. You know, some of the big transnational companies, some of the car companies, you know, in Japan have had a history of working with the workforce. It's only when you get to Europe, there is this idea, this line between, you know, management and the rest of the workforce. And we have to, you know, there is skills and experience in that workforce. We have to find ways of tapping that and doing it, but not tapping it in a, you know, ideas box kind of way, tapping it, engaging with it in a structured, organized way.